Hey everybody, my name is Brian Good. I'm here with OddsChecker, and I'm joined today by Unibet VP of Sportsbook, Jonathan Aiwazian. We're going to discuss a little bit of Super Bowl 55, obviously the big game coming up. Jonathan, thanks for joining me today.
Yep, thanks for having me.
So I guess first thing to get started with is we've seen you guys launch a bunch of different promos for this one, specifically your big game bundle. I was looking over it. There's a ton of value there. Can you tell us a little bit about it and any other offers you think bettors should be taking advantage of?
Sure, yeah, we have a few different offers. You can see them all on our promos page on our website. But the big game bundle you mentioned is probably the premier one that we're doing this year. So all new players get $20 in free bets and two $250 risk-free bets. So if you don't hit a winner, you get your money back, and then you get to do it again a second time. And then all players will also be able to claim a $21 live free bet during the big game. And that's, for 2021, $21 free bet. And I think our players will respond very favorably to that offer.
Yeah, I was looking over that. I couldn't believe it. It's a lot of value. But I guess, once a year, roll out the Super Bowl. So it seems like a no-brainer for me.
Definitely. And, we have a ton of live betting opportunities. You can after the first touchdown, you can see who you think is going to win after that. You can look at player props during the game, total points, whatever you think is going to happen after you've seen some action, you can take advantage by using the live bet.
Yeah, so let's jump into the game a little bit. How is the futures bet looking, having the Chiefs and Buccaneers in the Super Bowl? Is that a bad result for the books or for you guys, or how do you guys kind of view that?
So it's funny, we took action on futures on almost all teams. So we had 31 out of 32 teams take bets. Only the Carolina Panthers didn't. Turns out that was a good choice by our players. But most of the money came in on Tampa Bay, as I'm sure that doesn't surprise you when they announced Tom Brady was joining them. Additional money came in when they announced Gronkowski and then Fournette after that. So from that, the lion's share of the money is on Tampa Bay to win, but we do have a good chunk also in Kansas City. And I think either result will be good for us, but definitely more money is on Tampa Bay to win.
So it was kind of like it rolled in tiers with Brady and then Gronk and then Fournette.
Right. Yeah, I think players were kind of trying to get a jump on the sports books, when they heard the news, and trying to get the bet in before the lines could be adjusted, and some were successful, but I think that's part of being a sports book, and players with that knowledge can get a good bet in.
Yeah. One of the things that's become popular all over Twitter is you see those massive wagers that people throw down, especially, this is the biggest, sports gambling event in the country. So what's the biggest bet you guys have taken up on this game in the advance of it?
So in terms of bet size, the bets we've seen coming in have mostly been moderate size so far. As with last year, we saw most of the bigger bets come in on Friday, Saturday, Sunday before the game. So we expect that to happen this year. So in terms of bet volume, we've seen a huge activity there, but no mattress max size bets so far.
Yeah, I guess all that late sharp money comes in towards kickoff.
Exactly.
All right, there's always a lot of hype around the opening lines, betting lines on that Sunday of championship weekend. Everyone tries to jump on it. Where was the early sharp money? I know you mentioned not a lot of big bets. Where was it? Where was a lot of the money, I guess, right after conference championships when the lines were created and everything?
Yep. As soon as we put the lines up, we saw Kansas City money rolling in. I think based on the way they've been playing the last, especially in the AFC Championship game, they kind of got down 9-0, I believe, and then steamrolled back and took over the game. So I think people are confident that they're going to have a really good showing. And we've seen the money come in from the first minute it was up all the way until now. I think we're close to 90% of the action on the Chiefs so far.
Wow, yeah. That was the first thing that I thought too when I watched that championship game is I'm going to put all my money on the Chiefs, but I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing for the bettor.
Right.
Because had a pretty miserable playoffs so far.
Right.
But
Right.
that stayed consistent as we've gotten closer, right? You said 90% up now.
Yeah, there was a brief period where the Tampa Bay Moneyline bet was popular. That's evened out over the last few days, but it was interesting that the Chiefs spread, was more popular, and also the Tampa Bay Moneyline was more popular. So either people are thinking, it's going to be a Chiefs big win or a Tampa Bay close one, or just strange mechanics of the betting activity as we get closer to the game.
That was, I guess, my next question is, do we anticipate that to change? Do we anticipate late money to go towards Tampa Bay?
I don't see it happening. I think the Chiefs, they're priced pretty well here, so I think the money's going to continue to roll on the Chiefs.
Okay, so obviously spread, totals, all that stuff, those are popular. But with the Super Bowl, we get some of the wacky props that everyone loves to take advantage of and bet on. A little different this year with no fans or anything in the stands, or limited fans. What props in particular? Have you seen any props in particular that have gotten a lot of action? Yeah,
so props are huge for the Super Bowl, and I don't think that'll be any different this year. So already our two most popular prop bets are the MVP, with Mahomes obviously leading there, and also with the first touchdown score. People love that prop. So Kelsey is currently the leader there, where people think it's going to go. So I think those are two pretty smart bets. But we've also seen a lot of action on the coin toss already. For some reason, everyone thinks the Chiefs are going to win the coin toss, and it's going to be tails for us so far. So very interesting to see these come in, and it's fun to just look at what customers are thinking. And the prop bets are probably the most fun part of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, definitely. I always bet tails. Tails never fails. I think that's the rationale behind most bettors here. It's just a toss up. So
right.
I guess, and lastly, perhaps the most important question is, what is your best bet for Super Bowl 55 on Sunday? What are you looking forward to?
Sure. So, well, I won't give out any specific betting advice. I think that the game is probably not going to be as close as everyone thinks. I think one team in particular, which I won't say, is going to come out very strong and maintain a lead throughout the game. And if a player wanted to take advantage of that and had the same opinion, they could take a look at the alternate lines. For example, Kansas City -6.5 would pay out 55% more than if you take them at -3.5. So that's another good way to get some more value there, to look at the alternate lines if you have that opinion. And I think there's a ton of different options for everyone, whatever you think is going to happen, or whichever player you think is going to have a good game. If you think the opening kickoff is going to be returned for a touchdown, we had someone take that. If you think it's going to be a shutout, which never happened before, but we've had players take that. So the main thing is the offering is huge, and whatever you want to bet on, you can find it on our sportsbook.
Yeah, awesome. All right, well, that's really it, Jonathan. I do want to thank you for coming out and spending some time with us and talking about the big game. And remember, the big game bundle, that is, I still can't get over that. That promo is great, and I know a lot of guys will be taking advantage of that. So yeah, thanks for talking about the Super Bowl and some of the wagering and all that. I really appreciate it.